show that tackles the big issues affecting the BVI and the rest of the Caribbean. Searches for answers to today's big questions and gives viewers a unique perspective on developing stories. Follow the big story with me, Kathy Richards, only on GTV. This show is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Ramney Tertola Pier Park, NV Salon Spa Nail and Barbershop, HOV Medical, and Digicel. Sign up for Digicel Plus Home Light bundles, faster internet, movies, and sports. Good afternoon, good morning, good night, whenever it is that you are looking at us. I am chillaxing. I don't know if you can tell, but it's one of those days that, you know, you want to take it easy and cool and comfortable, but no better place to do that here at the Eco Park at Paraquita Bay with Sarah Penny. Yeah. We're in the fest. Y'all don't want to know the conversation that we've been having before. What happens in Spin for the first anyhow. We want to be talking about eco-friendly stuff during the Christmas holidays.
Miss Kathy is looking so relaxed right now, but the reality is it's the holiday season, and the holiday season is ramping up. But here for us at Green VI, Kathy, we just want to be your partner to help you know how to have as green a holiday season as you can. Because sometimes, as smart as we think we are, there's a few things maybe we've forgotten.
Yeah. I know. I remember, I think it was last year, we had a few things that we spoke about that would have made your Christmas a little greener. But it looks like you're greener and greener this year.
We're greening so much. And people don't have a whole lot of time. So I think we want to thank you for making time to help the public know and get some ideas. But I mean, my first question is, what do you do, Miss Kathy, at holiday time?
Why you like to say Miss Kathy? It's just Kathy.
Okay, well, Kathy,
yes.
Kathy the troublemaker.
Good trouble, you know the
Kathy
good trouble?
The troublemaker.
Yeah.
What kind of green trouble and mischief do you make at Christmas time?
Food.
All right, well, let's start there.
We go natural. Look for all that we could find from the garden. But I have this one that I'm very cozy with because it carries a whole lot of memories of growing up, and we didn't even realize how green we were being by doing these things back then, making these mats and all of that. And like myself and your girls were talking before, it's like, now you can't even tell the kids to, you know, sit down and let's weave a mat or anything. They want their electronic devices and all of that. But yes, there's some things that I do green around.
Hope. Yeah, and I mean, don't lose hope. It's so nice to talk about young people, but like the reason we bring this to try to inspire the public is because sometimes we should think about what we give as gifts. Because maybe you actually need to give a child a gift like a rag rug. And there's amazing people. So I will give my mother gets credit for pretty much everything good in my life. And so even when I was small, that was a Christmas gift. It wasn't this one, but that was a Christmas gift. And that was back when people might have known we had our sheltered workshop, and the clients at the sheltered workshop used to make rag rugs as a way of generating income. And so mommy bought me one, and it was so beautiful. It had every color in the world. I loved colors. Granted, you know, I'm not so young that I don't remember a time when it didn't have an electronic option of all kind for gift giving. But I treasured it because I felt it, even though maybe on the beginning I was like, why my mother giving me a rug? But it was by my bed then every time I got out of bed in the morning. It was beautiful. I could see after a while, even as a child, I could see how much work had gone into it. And then I went on to start to love craft myself and love making these things. So then when I was a Girl Guide, we made rag rugs. We sold them as fundraising. And now we at Green VI really want to support the craft culture of the Virgin Islands by helping to encourage anyone that uses textile wastes to make something. And it doesn't stop with just what we as an organization do. It comes to someone like yourself who would take a chance to buy maybe one of these from a crafts person or make one yourself.
Christmas is just around the corner. I would have had to start it like 2 months
while
ago.
ago.
Every year, every week, or every night, you take some time, you put in a roll, and then you sleep.
But now it's a new year as well, right? So you can set an intention. New Year's Day, when you wake up finally on New Year's Day, Kathy, the troublemaker, is going to go in her closet. She's going to pull out the clothes that she doesn't wear anymore because she's so thin and sexy. She doesn't fit into all of those things anymore, right?
Bless your heart.
And she's going to make a rag rug starting January 1st, 2025.
You know, I'll take up that challenge.
Okay.
And if it's until my birthday it's finished, because my birthday is March, so by March I'll have a large
gift for yourself.
Yeah,
fantastic.
And it would be in memory of my grandmother, because she did these stuff with us, and she taught us how to. So I remember Grandma. Her birthday just passed.
Yeah.
Heavenly happy birthday.
Heavenly happy birthday. And
yes.
I mean, what you even just talk about is what we would say everyone could consider as we go into this holiday season. Think about what it's really about, which is sentiment, right? It's about feeling and consideration. So like, I hope I'm going to wake up on Christmas morning and find a little piece of paper from my son that says, Mommy, I give you the gift of, I don't know, rubbing your feet twice. Here's your coupon, right? I want a foot rub coupon. Or I'm going to be looking for a beautiful card that someone took the time to make for me. I mean, not that I wouldn't like a brand new car, right? But like, there's also something to be said for the things we take the time to make for someone. And on the table here, Kathy, we've brought a few examples of ways you can demonstrate thoughtfulness. Do you know what I mean? And I think what I'm going to show you is my prized possession right now in my life. But again, to the credit of especially the women in our lives, our grandmothers, our mothers. Yeah. My mother, sorry, fuzz everybody. My mother gave me a gift earlier this year. And what she did is she took a card that a friend of mine, who's a craftsperson, had made for my son's baby shower. And I've had this beautiful card, which is all textiles. And Mommy went and went to the consignment store in Fish Bay, and she got this frame,
which is very light. It's not that heavy.
Twice loved, you know what I mean? Repurposed. She supported the consignment store, which helps the whole society shop local. And then what Mommy did is on the back, she wrote what had been inside the card on the back, and then she gave it her own inscription. And to me, this is priceless, right? And so not only do I have my friend Laura, who made me this card with me, it hangs in my hallway. I have my mommy there. I have something that reminds me of my son. And I have gratitude because of it. So think about something like this for your loved ones.
Nice.
You can't have mine.
Make your own.
You can't have mine. Yeah. Make your own.
This was one of the things that I admired the last time. Using these Moscato, beautiful it's Moscato bottles.
Yes.
Yeah, and to make a cup.
Yeah.
Or even a vase
I know.
from it.
Yep. Yeah. So these ones are another way if you want to get tactile and hands-on with your Christmas gift giving. This is what we use for drinking glasses in my house. We don't drink the Prosecco. I just went into the recycling bins and found beautiful bottles and then watched a YouTube video on how to cut glass. And it's really that simple. Cutting glass actually just requires boiling water and ice water and a little bit of determination. If you want to get really, if you want to get really into it, you can get, a really basic $20 kit online on how to, to help you cut glass, but you don't even need it.
And I now realizing that I repurposed and didn't even realize it was subconsciously. I was at on Virgin Gorda at what the restaurant name there, Cocomaya, and their water, but the bottles that so beautiful. Yeah. And I kept saying, don't take them away, don't dispose. And I took away like about 8. I love making my own pepper sauce, hot sauce.
That's a big bottle of hot sauce.
Yeah,
Kathy.
bottles. Janai would tell you when I go, because I like the locally grown peppers. And I would buy a big box like this. And I would take my time and I would make my sauce. So my fridge looked so beautiful with those bottles. And there was a restaurant a friend that asked for a bottle, and I gifted him. And every time I pass by there, I admire that pepper sauce in that
beautiful
bottle.
bottle.
Repurpose.
Absolutely.
Repurpose.
And we have to give a shout out to several local makers of pepper sauce, coquito, guava berry, who take the initiative actually to come to the Eco Park, which is where we are right now out in Paraquita Bay, to get bottles to repurpose them.
Oh, they do?
And so our team here makes a really big effort to keep things separated so that we can support local entrepreneurs who are doing just that. But find the restaurant that gives you water in a beautiful bottle and choose that restaurant, because then you could go home with your beautiful glass bottle. Big up Cocomaya.
Yeah, Cocomaya, coming for some more soon. You have another glass.
Yeah, but the one is this one to tell you about. So, I mean, this is at home, everybody. Look at the bottles that you might be putting in your recycling, because in 2024, you started recycling, right? You don't have to wait till 2025 for that one. This is the month if you haven't started already. But you might end up with a beautiful glass bottle. This is a beautiful glass bottle that my team member, Paulina, found. She filled it inside with, you could fill it with sand, or if you're interested, you can come to the Eco Park and get crushed glass to put inside of it to make it weighted. She found beautiful leaves from Mother Nature, attached them to the bottle, and then sprayed it gold. Now, to me, the best part of this is that this was just a little Christmas ball floating around that she added as the perfection on top. Nice. And then a little bit of color that was repurposed from previous decorations.
And if you don't want to go through all of that of decorating the bottle in itself, and you come and get the crushed glass, that in itself is beautiful. In a
or
clear bottle.
Even look at how beautiful just a green bottle with some twine. This is, I really love this one. And you see nature and shells coming into it. So you have the things that you want to think about is, what are you passionate about? Or what is the person you're decorating or giving to passionate about? If someone loves the beach, make something for them that makes them think of the beach.
And the thing is that persons will cherish these things.
Exactly.
There is one thing, I kept this one to my side because I particularly love this.
Yeah. And this is, again, you're getting me raw today, Kathy. You're getting me raw today.
Yes.
So a dear friend of mine who's an artist, she and her husband went, and they always clean up on the beach just whenever they go walking. And they found this cabinet door washed up on the beach on the backside of Beef Island. And it was Daniel, my son. It had been, he was 2 at the time, and I made birthday, and he bought me my first gift ever, which was an apple he picked out at the grocery store to give Mama for her birthday. And I took a picture and I put it on Facebook because I was so happy, and it was on the blue table mats that we use at home. And my friend saw it, saw the picture, found this, thought of me because of my work with Green VI, and painted onto it the picture of the apple from Daniel. You can imagine, this is, if I had to run from a burning house, this is coming with you.
Or if I'm coming to rescue you, I'm coming,
exactly.
coming after
you have to come with it. This is this and the passports.
Wow. I particularly admire this, even to your own cupboard doors at home that you have. They're there. You know, decorate it in these ways.
Absolutely.
You know, we're doing all sorts of things to make Christmas look different.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Kathy, think about how much things people throw at Christmas, right? So that's another big one to think about, is that our culture tells us December and Christmas is when you change out everything. You throw everything away. You get rid of everything. And somehow that's to bring in a fresh new year. Yeah. But have intention when you're letting go of something. Instead of thinking that you're throwing it away, find a new home for it or repurpose it. Yeah.
Why do you have plants here?
Oh, Kathy, this is why we have plants here, because plants give us clean air. Okay?
Yes.
And plants are a wonderful alternative to cut flowers, because so often we want to give a bouquet, we want to get an arrangement of flowers, but we know what happens a few weeks later. They die.
They die.
Right? They die. Whereas you can find at any of our local gardening stores or in your own garden, you can often find beautiful plants. And you give them to someone, and they have a life beyond that moment.
Yeah.
Okay. This plant is great indoors, outdoors. But if you go to, say, Fort Garden, they take the time to take you through all their plants. They'll tell you what does well indoors, what should go in the ground, what's going to flower, when it's going to flower. So why not?
Nice. And there are a whole lot more, but before we wind down, because we want you all to come down and visit, see what's here, get the ladies to tell you about it, walk through. It's not too late.
No.
But I want you to tell me about this interesting young man
Oh,
here.
well, yes. So when it comes to gifts that we give that maybe we don't make ourselves, think about things that make your family healthy. And so mosquito-borne illness and dengue fever is a big issue. So this is actually a mosquito zapper. So we'll often always give shout outs to our local businesses like Sage Roots and EC Soap Company that make their beautiful insect repellent that you can buy and support a local business and buy in refillable containers. But additionally, if you're looking for a way to deal with mosquitoes, that's also a great gift gadget. Fun, right? We know those people that like gadgets. These turn on, you're not seeing it in the light, but it turns on
I'm seeing the light
purple
there.
It
You can
attracts
see
the
it,
mosquitoes. It's got that same wires, kind of like the racket, but they're inside, so this is safe, so no one will touch it. And you just put it basically in your bedroom, somewhere where the light is a little bit low before you go to bed, and it deals with the mosquitoes. So again, this is the kind of thing you can find online. There's things like this also at places like Drake's and Clarence Thomas.
Okay.
But consider that your gadget that you're going to get, you know, for me, I'm always thinking of my husband. My husband wants a gadget. So let me get him a gadget that helps protect him.
Okay. He wants a camera, I could tell you that, or some new
Listen,
lens.
Kathy, don't I know it? He wants everything. But before
some new lens.
But the other thing he loves, that our family loves, is to eat. And you said it from the start, right? So this year, I think we would love to challenge everybody watching. When you're planning your menu, plan your menu, right? Because that way you usually eliminates as much food waste as you're going to have. Also, challenge yourself to maybe consider something that's not meat as an option. I know people need turkey. I know people need ham to feel like it's actually Christmas.
And chicken.
And chicken and fish and everything.
And Guyanese, our traditions with that pepper pot, we gotta get that.
You gotta get the meat in it. But
I don't know, Sarah.
No, I'm not telling you go and have a meatless holiday, but think about, just make sure that there's also some great alternatives to the meat. Because sometimes all we end up with is all kind of meat and a little bit of rice and peas and done, right? So let the things that are not meat based also have some prominence this year.
Portion properly. So you can have your meat, some vegetables, there are carbs.
All of these pieces. And then more than anything, we want everyone to think of 2025 as a year you plant some kind of food. You need to be putting food in the ground. I don't care if you live in an apartment building and all you have is a little pot on the porch. Plant something. And in the process, the thing that can help you with that is, as you're preparing your Christmas meal, keep your fruit and vegetable peelings aside, your eggshells, your coffee grounds, your tea, everything, and put it in something like this to start your own compost. So what we want to ask is everyone, find a reusable container, put all your fruit and vegetable peels in here. You can keep this in the fridge or in the freezer, and maybe when it's full, maybe that's once a week for you in your household, you can bring it to the school, the public school that's closest to you, and support their compost system. Or even better, start your own at home. So if you want to learn more about composting, you can go on our website. You can come visit the Eco Park, either in Virgin Gauda across from the football field or in Paraquita Bay on Tatola. And we'll teach you all about composting. Not complicated, but
that's cool.
Start doing it. Get active.
All right, so we're going to wrap up here now. We got gifts. So many ideas. Cool.
So we're wrapping. Remember, everybody,
what's that?
Use fabric. I'll show you in a second. Use fabric to wrap your gifts. Use newspaper to wrap your gifts.
I thought it was paper.
No, so it's fabric. So same way we look at, you could make a rag rug. You could go in your closet and pull out things you're not going to wear anymore and put them and make them into wrapping paper.
I'm
wrapping
looking to see
fabric,
if it got
wrapping cloth. I know you pretty much got the same. Look
at there.
There you go, right?
It's close.
Just about close, but almost. So that's a way that you can consider wrapping your gifts that reduces waste. And then another few things that you'll see on here too is these are locally made soaps that are just wrapped in paper, right? Didn't have to be imported. You're supporting a local business. Those are available at Nutmeg. These are also beautiful candles, also available at Nutmeg, but this is by Bella Sparks. That's the company. And these candles are in repurposed spice jars.
Okay.
And they come in all sizes and they're stunning. And you can then, when you use out the candle, you can take it back and they'll make you over a new candle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is where you have an intentional Christmas.
Yes. And a cool way to bring it to you. But what's better is if
Absolutely.
you could come down here,
Yeah.
interact with the staff here at the Green VI, the Eco Park. If you're
Please.
on Virgin Gorda, go down there.
Go down there. Go down there. Yes. And the troublemaker Kathy is probably going to be somewhere around trying to hustle an empty bottle from Kokomaya.
Yes, definitely. Kokomaya, be on the lookout. I love the clear ones, not the colored, not the green ones. I love the clear ones. Yeah, I'm coming for like about 10. Yeah. So, Janai, you know, you got to get my hot peppers together. All right? Okay, that was just my plug. What's your plug?
My plug is experiences. So everybody remember that when you want to give a gift, you can always give something that's not tangible, right? Give a gift of maybe a spa experience. Give a gift of an activity. Maybe you want to go zip lining with someone. Think of things that don't generate waste and don't require shipping. And maybe they include time with you and your loved one.
Nice,
okay?
nice.
And have a happy Christmas.
Yeah, many people don't realize that you really value those things so much. Thank you so much for the pleasure of your time. It was a cool afternoon for me.
Was.
And so the day will continue in this kind of tone, and I hope yours is just the same.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you,
Merry
Sarah.
Christmas. Happy holidays.
When it comes.
When it comes. Okay. Awesome. And
Out.